shooting this quick video because I've been thinking about how people taking these risks, man. A lot of people taking a lot of risk in their life and they're not calculated risk, you know? People going out doing all these wild things, wilding out in the streets, people speeding when you're not supposed to be speeding, going through red lights, taking crazy risk and not thinking about the outcome. Now, I want to just shoot this video and talk about calculated risk because a lot of people are scared of taking calculated risk. Calculated risk is basically thinking about what you have to do and the outcome of it, and going towards the best results, and understanding that you can achieve best results, not just going off of the whim and just doing whatever you want and thinking that the best is gonna happen. You have to think about your plans, your actions, and your executions in order to get the best result. Because man, I just be like, even reading the news and these risks that people take and not even amounting to nothing, you know, just taking risk. Like, for example, in my community, there's a lot of things that's going on with teenagers stealing cars, like stealing cars and stealing people's wheels and tires and rims, and it's starting to be a big nuisance within the community. And these kids nowadays, they're taking a lot of risk because they're not only risking their freedom, a lot of them is risking their lives, you know, getting caught up with the wrong crowd or with the wrong kind of activities in life, trying to be, you know, the in crowd, or, you know, just bored out your mind. Being bored out your mind, take better risk in life, you know. Don't go around stealing people's cars. You never know if that person can have a weapon. Don't go around stealing people's cars and joyriding out and about in communities and, you know, having a high-speed chase, because you never know. You probably get into an accident with somebody that you know. You get into an accident, you can hurt yourself, hurt others, and you never understand the outcome because you just want to take that risk at that time. It's going to be risk, and it's got that adrenaline. Let's just go with it instead of thinking about the calculated risk, what you could have been doing with that time, that extra amount of time that you had to think about, okay, let's go out and find a car to steal. Let's go out and find somebody rims to steal. Start taking some calculated risks, especially nowadays with the technology and the information age. There's so many other things that people can be doing with their life instead of just going out and wilding out. Take some calculated risk, you know. Take some extra money. Find some way to hustle up some extra money. Get online. Start using the internet. Start using social media, and start building a foundation. Building a foundation where you can create income in your life, where you can create better in your life. Start understanding about wealth creation and personal finance, and understanding how the market works and how the money works, and understanding your numbers, you know. Start taking those calculated risks. Don't just go out and say, okay, I'm just gonna do whatever I want. I'm gonna do whatever I want and I'm gonna get a result, because that's not gonna get you anywhere. You have to have a plan, you have to have an action, and you have to calculate your risk. Just don't, you have some spare time going around stealing cars for what? Teenagers right now can use the internet. They can use their iPhone, their tablet, whatever, the internet, and they can start making a living, a good living as a teenager, you know, 17, 18, above. Use these technologies, use these educations, start being self-educated. You don't have to, if you can't afford school, or you're not get accepted into school or anything like that, you can't go to community college, you can't go to regular college, start self-educating ourselves, you know. There's tons of books out there, there's tons of information, there's tons of way about going about doing it, and it's all about calculating risk. Calculating risk. Don't just go out there and take crazy risks. Have some calculation in your risk. Weigh out the outcomes, weigh out the situations, weigh out the problems, and don't just go out taking risk, and next thing you know, you're taking a risk and all you're doing is worrying through the risk. You know, as a teenagers, yeah, we did stuff. We jump in the cars, stolen cars, joyriding. But now that you're older, especially nowadays with these new cars and the speeds and things, people are just wasting their time. You know, stop squandering our time. Let's stop squandering our time. Get some information out there. And the reason why I'm doing this, because I know teenagers, it's crazy because I'm learning from like people that's like, what they call it, the millennium age. I guess I'm on the border millennium or generation, I don't even know what generation, X, Y, or something like that. But the borderline of that and the millenniums, I'm starting to learn a lot of things from the millennials because they're so involved with the technology and the speed of technology. But some teenagers or millennials is not taking advantage of it. Instead, they're just doing uncalculated risk, risking their lives, risking their freedom, risking their family, risking their sanity, their family's sanity. You know, you got your family out now worried about you, even as adults, you know, maybe in your 20s, your 30s, you still wilding out, taking uncalculated risks. Let's start thinking about the calculated risk that we can take. Think about the calculated risk we take, map it out, outline it. If you gotta brawl up the paper and start all over again, start writing down the plans. It's not gonna be easy. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy. It's tough. We've been doing it for years, trying to get that mindset right, that paradigm shift, because it's better out there and we can achieve better, you know? And the best way of doing it is doing calculated risk. And nowadays, like I said, with the market the way it is, technology the way it is, the future, the information age, like right now, information is a high commodity. You got some information, you know how to do some stuff, you can really create a business. If you know how to send an email, if you know how to set up somebody's account, send out an email, create a password, create a username and stuff like that. Right now, there's a high market within the baby boomers, you know, the older generation, the senior citizens, stuff like that. A lot of them don't understand how to do all these things, and technology is moving in that direction. So for them to check their retirement account, their social security account, or doing anything with the computers and technology, a lot of them is not hip to it. But the younger generation, you can have the skills by being self-educated. Start up a little subcontract thing, or they got these websites that basically subcontract them people to help people do things. You can go pick up the senior citizens groceries, and after that go set up their email account or send out some email for them and check what they have to get checked that they usually can't check because they usually used to seeing stuff in the mail or whatever. But now a lot of things is computer. So it's just about the calculator risk, man. Like, I'm not gonna say I'm a perfect person. I'm not no saint. I'm not the most religious person. I believe I'm spiritual, and I just think it's better out there. If we can wake up, we can breathe, there's more out there. There's more that we can do. So just want to, you know, vent a little bit, get some information out there. And if you did like this video, you know, please like, comment, share. If you got any comment you want to say, anything, you know, have any questions, any views, your opinions, please go ahead, share it. Let me know what you think. And if you're interested, or if you know anybody who's trying to do better in life and trying to use the internet and technology to do better in life, I'm willing to share some things that I've been doing using technology, using social media, and you can start by creating a better way for your life. So once again, it's Ainsley. Just let's start taking some more calculated risk and be better in life. And I hope y'all got some value out of this. I'll see y'all next time. Peace, peace, peace.